so today's video is based off this look. I think it's very it's very winter based, even though we're in summer. I just wanted something sort of really out of the ordinary, for me anyway. Obviously to you this might be like something you wear every day, you know, you do you, girl. So this is the look. If you want to see the rest of it, then watch the video. So I'm going to start off by concealing. So I'm going to take the, if you can hear that, that's my dog scratching herself. She wants to be in my room. I'm going to take the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age, the Eraser Eye in Light. So I'm just going to take this under the eye. Just got to twist it so product comes up. I'm going to blend it out with a brush. When I can find the brush that I want to blend it out with. So I'm going to take this little Real Techniques Deluxe crease brush. I'm just going to push it into the skin, and then I will go in with a damp blender just to make sure everything's really blended out. Then I'm going to go in with the LA Pro Girl Concealer in the shade Fawn. I like to take this under my foundation, for one because it's way too dark to go on top, and sometimes I feel like it's too heavy on top of the foundation. So even like when you put the smallest amount on, like it's still way too much. And then I'm going to blend out with a Durofile brush. I've just done the tops of my cheeks, my forehead, my nose, and underneath my lip. And when I go to blend out my nose, I just take like this little oval brush to make sure we don't get it everywhere. And then I'm going to take the Lush Feeling Younger Skin Tint. I'm just going to dot that on with my fingers. I'm going to put it on tops of my cheeks, down the bridge of my nose, Q-Hizzo, top of the forehead. Just the sort of areas that I want to highlight more. I'll put a smidge bit on my chin. And I'm going to blend that with the damp, like mini Eco Tool blender. They do come in a set, so you don't have to buy them separate. So I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Colour Tattoo 24 Hour. This is in Creme de Nude. Just going to pat that all over the lid, and then just blend out with my finger. I really like this as an eyeshadow base. I don't know if it's meant to be. I don't know if it's meant to be an eyeshadow or what, but we'll go with it. Okay, once that is done, I'm going to go into the Violet Voss Holy Grail palette, and I'm going to go in with Thanks a Latte, which is this one here. I'm just going to set the entire lid once I find a makeup brush yet again. I'm going to set that all in place. And sticking with the same palette, I'm going to go into Wine and Dine, which is the shade at the bottom. I'm just going to buff that all into the crease. And I'm just going to blend that with a big fluffy bending brush. This is the BH Cosmetics number 12 brush. Basically I'm just going to blend a load because we want this colour to be really blended. It doesn't matter if you smoke it out a bit as well. In the corner you can go ahead and do so, because we can always clean up. Once I am happy with that all, don't worry, we will go in and blend some more. I am going to take the Pastel Goth palette from Kat Von D, and I'm going to shake the shade. I'm going to take the shade Dope on a smaller like blending brush. It's the Eco 2 one. Eco Tools. I will get that right one day. I've got glitter in this palette, and I'm going to basically put that on the outer corner, the inner corner, and like up in this crease bit, not too much above the pink, but like right in the middle. And then what are we going to do? We're going to blend, because we spend half our life blending eyeshadow. Once you're happy with it, You can go ahead, add more colour, feel like you need to, and obviously just keep blending until you're happy with your outcome, like so. And then I'm going to go into the creme de nude shade from Maybelline again, and I'm just going to pack this on the centre of the lid. Then I'm going to set it with the Thanks a Latte shade again. Then I'm going to go in with the NYX glitter glue. I'm just going to pop that where we put the creme de nude shade. Is it NYX or NYX? Depends what people say, what you want to say. I'm just going to put that on that bit that we put. And then I'm going to go in with the Barry M glitter dust in silver and just pack that on top. Like so. And then we're just going to basically blend some more again. Actually, before we do so, I am going to clean up the brows a little bit with a bit of concealer. So I'm just going to take a little angled brush when I can find the brush that I want. So I'm just going to take like this little one from Unicorn Lashes. So I'm just going to go ahead and spray some priming water on. I probably should have done this before I put everything on, but it's literally a smidge of it. And then I'm going to go in with the Maybelline matte, is it matte and poreless? Yeah, matte and poreless. So this is the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 100. I think this is too light, but once it like warms up to my skin, then it's usually okay. So I'm just going to dot that all over the face. Well, actually, I'm going to start with the cheek first, blend it in, and then I'll go in with some more later, or after I've blended this out even. So I'm just going to blend it out with the Eco Tool blender. Okay, now that's all blended out, I'm going to go back into the Maybelline concealer we used earlier. Just give it a twist and put a little bit sort of here, bridge of the nose, Cupid's bow and a forehead. I'm just going to blend out with the Eco Tool blender again. And I'm going to set everything with the Hourglass powder. This is in the shade Dim Light. Why do I never have a brush for this? I'm just going to use this highlighting brush that I'm going to use and just set the under eye. So I'm going to go into the Soap & Glory bronzer, swirl that in with a brush, tap off the excess, and then just lightly add a little bit. Then I'm going to take the Love at First blush from Soap & Glory. I'm just going to swirl that all in. And just, it literally adds like the tiniest amount, but that's all we ever want. Then I'm going to go into highlighter. So I'm going to take the Sleek palette, and I'm going to put a bit of the Feeling Younger skin tint that we used earlier. I'm just going to put that on top. A little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit. And then I'm just going to blend that out with the Eco Tools little mini sponge that we used earlier for it. Then I'm going to go into the Sleek palette, and I'm going to take the orange shade. So I don't know why I have that brush in there. I'm going to take this shade at the bottom. This is very intense. You've got a lot of texture like me, you're probably not going to love this highlighter, but who gives a damn. I'm actually going to smudge a bit of the purple under the eye and then go in with a bit of the pink after. So I'm going to go back into Dope. Then I am going to take a little bit of the Wine and Dine shade that we used from the palette. I'm just going to put that under there as well. I'm going to try and take it under. And I'm going to take the matte white shade from the Pastel Goth palette. So I think it's called Skull, yep. I'm going to take that on a little brush. It's not exactly little. I'm going to pop that in the inner corner. Oh, and under the brow bone. Just add a little bit of glow to that bit. I'm going to take a smidge bit out of the Sleek Highline palette. I'm going to take that on your shade and just sort of pack that on a little bit. Just going to make sure everything is blended before I go ahead and apply some lashes and mascara. So I'm going to take Maybelline the Rocket Mascara. I'm going to wipe the excess off because this can be quite hectic on the brush and like you'll end up with spider lashes, but it is a really good mascara. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the CoverGirl lashes. So these are what they look like. Okay, so lashes are on. I'm just going to apply some lip balm. I'm just going to rub it all over and then blot it off a little bit with whatever bucket of highlighter, and then just add a little bit more again. And I'm going to go in, I couldn't decide between the Light Crime lipstick in Scandal and the Ofra lipstick in Hypno. I've never tried Lime Crime, I got this from a friend. I'm going to apply it, see what it's like. Not the most opaque thing I've ever used in my life. Oh, in fact it's actually really runny. I don't know if you can see this. That's my lip, that's the colour. So this Lime Crime lipstick is a hot mess. Didn't like it, it was way too watery, not opaque. So I just went over it with the Ofra lipstick in Hypno. And I think it's so much better. This was just going everywhere. Like I was trying to go like this and then literally like just smear over my face. It's way too watery. So yeah, that is the end of the video. So I hope you enjoyed it. Bye! You look like the Wicked Witch of the West. Now it's moving on to... Oh! I can't get bronzer out because my dog is currently laid on the floor next to me. Lux, can I get in there? Then I'm going to take the Lover Flush Blush